She Shed. Today's tutorial is going to be making a triangular shawl, and this is the yarn that we will be using. So this is called Caron Skinny Cakes, and it is a 250 gram ball of yarn, which is 725 meters. It is 100% acrylic and it is made in India. I don't know if they still produce this color range anymore. I did get it in a sale at Spotlight, and this one's called Vanilla Bean. For this shawl I will be using my 5mm hook, which is a Furls hook. It does say a 4mm, but I always go up a hook size. And if you want to make this a really lacy shawl, so it's really loose, then go up another half hook size or another hook size, and it'll be even lacier than what we will be doing today. To start this shawl, we need to do a magic circle or magic ring. And how I do mine is I put the end of the yarn in the palm of my hand. I wrap around my fingers, I wrap over the top of that first wrap, hold with my pinky, get my hook, go underneath the first wrap, grab the top one, pull it through and twist. Grab the top one again, which can be a bit tricky, and pull through the hook, loop on your hook. Now we need to chain 2, and this is the first stitch for our shawl. Now we need to double crochet 2 more stitches, so it's yarn over, go through the center of the magic circle, grab your yarn, pull it through, grab your yarn, go through the first 2 on your hook, grab your yarn, go through the next 2 on your hook, and we repeat. Yarn over into the magic circle, grab your yarn, pull it through, grab your yarn, pull through the first 2, grab your yarn, pull through the next 2 on your hook. Now we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's your first row. Get the tail of your magic ring and pull, 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 and close it together. And there's your first round completed. Next round, we need to chain 3, 2, 3, and turn. This is the first stitch of the next round. The next 2 stitches, which are your 2 double crochets, are going into the first stitch. So 1, 2. This will make 3 stitches at the start of every row. So you will repeat this at the start of every row. Will be 3 stitches in the first. Then we double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're in that chain space here, and we're going to do a double crochet, and then chain 2, going back into that same chain space, we're double crocheting. Then the next stitch you double crochet, next stitch double crochet, and then your chain is a stitch, and we're going to put 3 stitches into the chain stitch there, right there. So what I look for is, there's my V on top, there's the loop underneath. I want to get into the top of that V with the loop underneath and the V on the top. Okay, then bring our yarn through, do 1, same stitch, 2, and then same stitch again, 3. Okay, so we should have increased the round by 6 stitches, and you will be increasing every single round by 3 stitches. So we started off with 6, we should now have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we were repeating this pattern all the way. So the next row will be chain 3, turn your work, into that first stitch we're doing 2 double crochet, 1, 2, next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, next stitch, now it gets a bit confusing when you get to this chain space because it looks like you would just go straight into that chain space, but there is a stitch there, it's here. So see the stitch? That's the stitch space you've got to go into before you do the chain space. So make sure you always remember to put a stitch in there. Then you go into the chain space, chain 2, go back into the chain space again, chain 2, and then continue doing your stitches. And the same thing when you come to the end, there is a stitch here. There is your stitch there. It looks like you go straight into your chain, but you don't. So make sure, put your double crochet into that stitch there, and then you come to your chain and put your 3 double crochet into that stitch of the chain. 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so you got your 3 there, which means 6 plus 12 is 18, so there must be 18 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Brilliant. So you can just keep going like that, and I would say periodically check that you have got your correct amount of stitches on both sides. So both sides should have exactly the same amount, and that will keep a nice even triangle. Let's do one more row together. So chain 3, turn your work, and then we're going to do 2 double crochet in that first stitch, 1, 2, and that makes our 3 stitches on the corner there, and then 1 stitch in every stitch, and remember, come to the chain space, you've got that stitch there. So chain space, there's your stitch. Make sure you do that stitch first and then go into your chain space. Chain 2, back into your chain space, and then continue down the other side. And once again, you're now at there's one stitch, there's your chain. So make sure you've put a stitch in there before you go into your chain. And then we do the 3 into the chain here. So 1, 2, and then 3. And then that should be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, thought 24. So it should be 24 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And you continue like that. And here's one that I prepared earlier. So here is a shawl that I prepared earlier. And I can't tell you the actual amount of yarn that this took up because the bag that I bought it in was a discount bag and a line, and they don't actually tell you how much yarn is in there. I would say it would be about 1 cake of what we are doing this shawl in for this tutorial. As you can see, it makes a very nice scarf. Or you could wear it as a very small shawl. This is the front, and you could cross it over however you like. And this is the back. So this is the small version. So as I said, doing a cake. I'm going to continue working this one to make it larger, and I'll show you that when that is finished. And here we are with the shawl longer. So if you keep going, you can make your triangular shawl very long. And this one is long enough so you can tie behind your back and make it like an outlander shawl. So it's a bit hard to see on this one, but let me turn it around. It's been crossed over. Turn it around, and there we go, it's a lot longer. And if I flip this up, you can see it's knotted at the back. And here we are with the finished product. Very happy with how pretty the striping effect went. Very beautiful. And that's where we started. So we start up the top and we work our way down. So I hope you've enjoyed the very quick tutorial on this, but seeing the different ways that you can wear your triangular shawl. If you do make this shawl, please send me a photo. I'd love to see what you've done and how it's come out. You can either send it via Facebook through Messenger or on my website, luckyplatypus.com.au. You can also tag it in my Instagram, which is lucky_platypus1. Anyway, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you back at the She Shed sometime very soon. Until then, bye everyone!